why I am here?
I do.
I took no pleasure in this, my friend, but a price needed to be paid for failure.
Don't worry. I only need one ear to hear the whispers of the Loa.
I know that you will fix this.
A game that I said I wanted to try to move over to was Payday 3. Now I don't know if that's going to happen. I wanted to. I have a soft spot for this franchise lately. It's got me through some hard times, and it's really disappointing to see that this game is what it's become. I want this game to do better. Let me be clear about that before I take a big fat steaming shit on it, because I am so goddamn pissed. I want this game to be better. It can be better. Starbreeze, you have no fucking excuses. This game can definitely be better. There's a lot of core elements here that modern AAA games wish they had. And even certain games of the past that are held to high standards, like even they fail to have some things this game does. But there is so much wrong with it and how so much of the stuff is implemented that it has to be addressed. And thankfully, they have recently announced that they are focusing full-heartedly on fixing some of this stuff, and that's good. But as many people have said, I am going to echo. Actions speak louder than words here, alright? I want to see results. I want to see the game improve. I don't know how long that will take. Maybe a few months if we're lucky. It might take a year, but I want to see the future of this game be brighter. Now, I'm not going to go over the full list of future improvements because that is on Starbreeze's official website, which I will link for anyone curious below who maybe hasn't read through it themselves yet. But if you're watching this video, you probably already know about this, so I'm just going to try to keep this brief. Starbreeze, I hope the fuck that this gets fixed. The progression system was a swing and a miss, okay? I am just going to keep it 100 with you. No one likes the fucking challenge system. Hardly anyone fucking likes it, alright? I thought it was a good idea at first, but the more I've played this game, the more I realized that in the long term, it just will not work. The progression system has to be brought back to what it was, alright? Beat a heist, get XP. Score extra bags, get extra XP, alright? The challenges should be a thing on the side. That's how they always should have been. It's one thing to give someone, you know, what they expect to get, and then be like, hey, if you want to get extra stuff, do this too. But to make people have to go out of their way to do certain challenges and do very specific things with specific weapons and maps, it's just not the way to expect someone to be able to progress, you know. I miss when I could just complete a heist and then know I was going to get XP. You know, the challenges really should have just been extra stuff. They should have been extra incentives, not the main incentive. This feels less like a heisting game and more like a generic Call of Duty game. So, that's honestly my biggest complaint overall. Now, I'm just going to be honest, most of the other stuff I am fine with. Like, the skill trees are actually really cool. I like the way they did them. The weapons are satisfying to use. They have some of the best animations I've ever seen, and that's not an exaggeration. It's just there's so many little things here and there that absolutely just sour the experience. Like, as I was talking about weapons, the animations and actually using them is great, but this, when I go look at the stats, it is so hard to tell what does what. like in Payday 2, it gave you actually full-on like breakdowns of what everything did. You know, everything from what exact damage numbers it did to exactly how accurate it was. And it was awesome. It was easier to make builds. Like little things like that, or like the fact that there's no unready button in a lobby. When I go to like ready up, I realize, oh shit, I forgot to do something. You can't just fix that and then ready back up. You have to leave the lobby if you want to fix that. Otherwise, you're just stuck with what you readied up with. It's annoying. And the servers, oh god, the servers. I don't know what Starbreeze was thinking, but some of these lobbies I just cannot for the life of me stay in because, well, let's face it, I don't have the best internet. And you can see up on the top right, my ping was absolutely awful today when I recorded. And this was the first time I had actually played this game in like literal months because I just could not progress. Like, I started the game, I was getting a bunch of levels, like, I'll get to level 100 in no time, and yeah, no, that just hasn't happened, because I haven't been able to do any of these challenges. So I just kind of plateaued. I think many people out there share the same sentiment with that. It's just all these little things that combine into such an unbelievably awful experience that doesn't have to be like that. So, Starbreeze, please, you said you are going to fix this game. That's great, but please actually do it, alright? By all means, take your time with it. Now, I'm also going to say that as a business, of course, they gotta make money, right? Gotta sell DLC, they gotta sell the game. So, I don't know how marketing works. I'm not an expert. I'm not a game dev either, but please, for the love of God, fix the fucking game. Alright? I think I'm beating a dead horse here. So I'm just going to say one last thing. Like I said, this game comes from a place of passion. I want to see this game get better. I know it can be better. This isn't like a lot of AAA games that have come out lately where there is just no hope. This game has hope. I don't want to see it die out.